Hey, how's it going, everybody? Charlie Wilson here, aka Sinister Charlie. Welcome back. We got some Gigguk. Gigguk. He's got some anime 2025 best of. We're gonna watch it. We're gonna like it. We're gonna do things to it. We're gonna do unspeakable things to it. But yeah, I like Gigguk. I like his takes on anime anyway. I don't know him personally. I don't know if you know that. But yeah, I like what he's got to say about anime. He's got some good takes, in my opinion. Other people may not think so, but those people are poopy doo doo heads. All right, let's go. Hey, funky.
Year of turbulent times, uncertain futures. But if there
Oh,
was
yeah.
one thing I could rely on to pull through, of course, it was anime.
Sure. It was kind of turbulent, let's be honest.
If there was any doubt over anime's position in
Hey,
the world,
City.
2025 has undoubtedly proven it is not just popular, but there are titles that
Yeah, City. I keep seeing clips, but I haven't sat down and watched it. In fact, I haven't sat down and watched a lot of things. I got through like half of the first episode of Uma Masume recently. A review might be coming for that. I think I should, because it is very interesting.
can achieve full-blown mainstream success. Demon Slayer became not only the highest-grossing anime movie of all time, but broke
That's
into
crazy.
the top 10 grossing movies of
Really?
the year, beating out such IPs as How to Train Your Dragon and frickin' Superman.
I don't even know
This
that.
movie was an absolute spectacle that delivered the Demon Slayer experience I expected, but damn did it feel long.
With Demon Slayer, I've only seen. I saw the first 4 episodes when it first came out, and I don't know. I just haven't gotten back to it. I don't know why.
I think about an hour in, I left to go pee, managed to find time to finish my college degree, got a job, started a family, came back, and I think we're about halfway through the Yakuza flashback. But they weren't the
Okay.
only one in the headlines, because One Punch Man fans
Ugh.
ate this year.
Ugh.
And then collectively
Garbage,
threw up. After
yeah.
6 years of waiting, One Punch Man dropped a bomb not even Oppenheimer could recreate, giving us a season
That was
of
sad.
animation so impressive. Google Slides is about to license it out as an
It was
adult.
so
History
sad.
has taught us that everything good comes in threes. We've had the big 3 of World War II, the big 3 of colleges, the big 3 of tennis, the big 3 of shonen, and now this year has finally given us the big 3 of frames. As the
Ugh.
community responded to this failure on a scale anime had not seen before, Berserk fans could only
Oh yeah, okay. I was gonna say something about Miura, but yeah, it's like why? Like everybody loves that anime, or at least loves the story so much. Like why wouldn't you? Why would you fool? Like I said it when it was first coming out. I was like, oh, it's JC's staff. Uh-oh. It's like Mappa. Can we just do it? Just Mappa.
helplessly watch this unfold on the
I know it was
sidelines,
originally
like,
Wit, but can we do Mappa?
You want the real deal? That's what this is. Wake up. You're in the middle of it. Stop complaining.
This was the year where 2 letters shot fear into anyone that heard them. AI.
So is it any wonder people are afraid of technology?
Technology.
And the anime community was not immune to its effects. We had masses of fake scenes posted with the release of Sora 2. Grok got its own AI companion, as if people weren't lonely enough. And of course, OpenAI allowed users to flood the internet with
And we got
AI
Neurosama, so
droids.
that's cool.
Looking Miyazaki right to the eye and thinking, man, I don't think you hate anime enough yet. And if you're like me and just realized that all this happened within the space of 1 year,
Yeah, it's weird.
yeah, I know. I wouldn't blame you. Being on the internet felt exhausting at some points this year, and
Yeah,
the
it
online
did.
landscape was as confusing as ever to navigate. We needed hope. We needed positivity. We were yearning for some real human interaction.
Oh no. Okay. There it is. There it is.
Raise your hands up. I beg of you. There's no time left.
Don't be afraid. He's a very good man.
Offer up your hands.
But the year ended with actual people united under one banner. One drawing a Freeran with a chin so chopped she could withstand an uppercut from Mike Tyson. The voice actor for Freeran changed it to her profile picture as
Nice.
artists all around the world came together to help draw her in a rare case of all-around positivity being spread online. This was the alive human theory, real human-to-human interaction. No bots, no AI, just sheer determination to pick up a pencil and the will to follow what we knew Himmel the hero would do. Once and for all, proving the strongest AI slot can still be defeated by the weakest pencil user. Did
There you
anything
go.
else happen this
That's
year?
nice. No.
Oh yeah, I made my own anime or something.
Oh yeah, I heard somebody said in the comments of one of the Gigguk videos that he doesn't mind that people do reactions to it. So I just haven't gotten around to it. I haven't had a lot of time. This is the first time I've had time to do anything. So yeah, that's nice. But I would like to sit down and check it out.
This is the part where I normally get to my honorable mentions, but today I have something else I need to mention honorably.
What?
That's today's sponsor, Arknights Enfield. The wait is finally
Hey,
over.
people like
I've
Arknights.
talked about it. I streamed
never
the beta,
played
and
it.
now with over 30 million global pre-registrations under its belt, Arknights Enfield global launch is now upon us. But just in case you haven't had the release date in your calendar and counting down the days since they first announced it like I have, let me fill you in. Arknights Enfield is a 3D real-time strategy RPG where you
sit through
command a
ads.
team of 4
That's
operators
fine.
of diverse classes and skills to take down powerful enemies. Being a spin-off of Arknights, Enfield carries forward the cinematic storytelling and stylized aesthetic of the original. That means incredible cutscenes, dripped-out character designs, and everything we loved about its
Drippity
presentation.
drip.
But now you can experience all those great things while exploring a varied selection of dynamic world environments. Whether it's the industrial landscapes of Valley 4 or the Wuling
I don't know
region's
what these
blend of fusion
are.
aesthetics and
I
feature
don't know
designs,
what
each
this
full of
is.
different missions and unique challenges whilst you gather resources and transform the world itself through factory building mechanics.
Well, that looks
and
fun.
during the release celebration, not only will you have a chance to pull for the 6-star characters Levatane,
Mm-hmm.
Gilberta, and so on, but you also get a whole bunch of rewards through in-game events. This includes up to 135 free pulls, 2 6-star weapon selection crates, the 6-star operator Ardelia, and the 6-star weapon Dreams of Starry Beach. So if that sounds as great to you as it
It
does to
sounds
me,
pretty
Arknights
okay.
Enfield is available now on PS5, PC, and mobile. So check out that link in the description to download the game today. Thank you again to Arknights Enfield
You're
for sponsoring
welcome.
us today. And with that said, here are the actual honorable mentions. If this is your first time here, I rarely put continuations of shows I've already talked about on previous lists unless it really goes above and beyond and gives me something new to say about it. But that doesn't mean I didn't continue enjoying them. Dun dun dun.
Hopefully, oh yeah, dun dun dun. I haven't seen that, but Vinland Saga Season 3, let's go. Hopefully it doesn't follow the 3 thing.
Might not have gotten the same buzz that episode 7 provided, but I've really enjoyed the character-focused development we got. Everyone likes to talk about the weirdness or the flashy action, but this shit is doing romance better than most romance anime right now. About a year ago, I introduced my anime illiterate mum
Hey.
to Apothecary Diaries, so I thought I'd be a loving son this year and save myself from watching season 2 until the Christmas break so I can experience it with her. By which point, she had
Already watched
it
the whole
4
thing.
times.
Yeah, okay.
She still doesn't even know its name. She just calls it Mau Mau. City, the animation, really did not lie about its name.
Yeah, it's
Being in my
really
top
good
3 of
animation.
Best animated shows of the year that was so close to making the list, but just didn't quite meet the same level of unhinged, gut-busting laughter Nichijou gave me. Now, if we're talking most unhinged show this year, that was Nukitashi.
Oh no, is this the one that's basically just hentai? it's like, all right, I guess this is what we're doing now.
I would love to talk about this one more, but the amount of frames I'd be able to get away
Oh,
showing
yeah.
here would equal that of an episode of One Punch Man 3. Solo leveling. Now, I know you're going to ask me about this, so let me just set the record straight. And the anime award goes to... Oh...
No.
Sung Jin Woo from Solo Leveling. I like Solo Leveling.
Do
Solo
you?
Leveling is a series
Okay.
that knows exactly what it is. It does one
I've never
thing.
seen
It does
it.
that one thing so exceedingly well, you do not care about anything else. And this season delivered some of the best power fantasy aura farming action spectacle you can find, and I ate it up. But that doesn't also mean I think it's the best anime or has the best main character. To me, this is not a 3-star Michelin dish. It is a McDonald's chicken nugget, but the best fucking nugget you've tasted in your life. And who wants to live in a world without nugs?
Nobody. That's who.
Last year, I did a cop-out by putting a movie at the top of the list. Thankfully, this year was so
I didn't
stacked with
really
choices,
care.
I didn't need to do that again.
You're
But
fine.
if I did, 2 titles would definitely be making the list. Chainsaw Man lived up to the absolute cinema meme it originally started. This wasn't just another shonen movie adaptation. It was a perfectly crafted cinematic experience. And I think it says a lot that for how much jaw-dropping, mind-blowing action sequences this movie delivered.
This is another anime. I only got the first 4 episodes in, and yeah, I need to continue with it.
But on the quieter, serene pool scene is the one my mind always comes back to. But standing toe to toe with that, in my eyes, is
Oh, this looks
100
good.
meters. If Chainsaw Man was that critically acclaimed blockbuster, 100 meters would be that Oscar-nominated indie movie.
This
with
does
moments
look really
equally
good.
as breathtaking and cinematic. Cinema. This is a film about running. about peoples whose lives are about running. You see people who destroy their lives over obsessions, over chasing records, chasing achievements, sacrificing everything, only to wonder what the point of it all was to begin with. You see people unable to fully commit to themselves in fear of finding out they're not as good as they think they are, crafting a prison of their own anxieties they're unable to break out of. You see people so desperately searching for meaning in what they do, unsure if they live to run or run to live. People who've always been second best yet still have not given up on believing in themselves, breaking the reality life has crafted for them, and then halfway through the movie you take a step back and think, wait, we're still talking about running, right? This movie doesn't
some
just
people
speak to
like
the soul.
running.
It goddamn drags it out, shakes it by the scruff of its neck, and shouts full volume at it. Somebody, somewhere is going to find this movie at the right time of their lives, and there's going to be a line uttered by a character in here that shoots so deeply to their core, they're going to switch their life into manual mode after having lived it on auto the entire time.
All right. Oh, this one. I saw some clips of this.
Do you ever feel like if you watch enough anime, so many of them don't just start looking the same, but also start to feel the same? Gigguk spits on that, taking pre-established conventions and says, nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. This is set in the world of trash. Taste. But unlike the latter, there is absolutely nothing garbage flavor about presenting one of the most insane worlds Shonen has to offer. Have a look at these characters. Now, unless you've already seen them, you might not be able to tell
unique.
that these are 5 characters from 5 completely different shows.
They're the same picture.
Now take one character from Gigguk. Not only will you never be able to mistake the show they're from, but their style, their attitude, how they carry themselves.
It does
everything
look
about
pretty
them
rad.
screams expression that you know exactly what type of personality they have. Now multiply that by all the minor characters you'll ever see. Gigguk has a design philosophy that permeates every single aspect of the show, creating a visual language with a vibe that is absolutely
Sorry, my
unmatched.
dog is,
Neon lights flood the
My dog is not doing so well right now, and I've been having to help him with his water and food. He's getting very old, and anyway, sorry, I'm a little distracted.
Streets
My
are
bad.
crude and gritty, with a stench that almost permeates through the screen. Graffiti plasters every wall you walk past. The world doesn't just feel lived in. Every little detail exudes a sense of character that communicates a story to you without having to utter a single word. The author teamed up with a real graffiti artist to help craft the art behind it, which just adds that layer of authenticity to its visual identity. And also, just look at her. She is a character in her own world.
Yeah,
Then
that's
you have
pretty
a power
cool.
system.
That's
It's
awesome.
trash. Parentheses affection. Having a system where objects treated with love and care are imbued with powers is not only original, but serves as another vehicle for characters to express themselves. It's the only show where you'll see characters use scissors, umbrellas, gloves, hair cones, and glasses as weapons, but then you start to wonder, why is that object this character's vital instrument? What does that say about their personality, their backstory? Which
don't
objects do
know.
I have that define me? It's ideas like this that feed your imagination to the possibilities it opens up, and that's what I felt watching Gigguk in its entirety. It might not be the most polished shonen of our generation, or have a story that pushes it to new boundaries, yet I constantly found myself hitting that next episode just so I could spend a bit more time in the insane world it created.
The Lord and Master of Luna Mountain!
Tell us bad news! We need to hustle back! Too far away!
What happened over the past millennium? And what is it that brings them here?
Fantasy
All
is
right,
the
then.
double-edged sword of the anime world.
Never even heard of this one.
Swing one side, and you have some of the most critically acclaimed, beloved shows in the entire medium, respected by everyone who watches them. But swing the other side, and you greet it with some of the trashiest, stinkiest shows you can find in the medium.
So
I'm not talking
stinky.
about the Gigguk kind. So when a new fantasy anime comes out, I'm always thinking, which side is this one gonna swing? Alright, looks like we've got some hyper-violent action. Could be edgy, could be
Sure.
mature, unsure. Oh hey, there's proper thought put into the world building and politics, so it's not just the same copy-paste demon lord fantasy world. That swings that way. Okay, the hero's been given an immortal body. Sounds like this could potentially be power fantasy-ish. Yeah, that's a little stinky. But then,
Okay.
watch as the hero yeets herself off a cliff, leaving just her mangled corpse.
Okay.
remaining, only to have her body parts grotesquely shoved back into place as you hear the crackling of bones over
The
the most
fuck?
guttural scream of pain as her body is forcibly put back together, little by little, while the bandits around her can only watch on in horror. And it was this moment that I realized, oh, I'm in.
That's pretty sick.
Cleaver is the kind of brutal dark fantasy show I've been missing. Not a full-on masterpiece like Berserk, but just a fun show that takes itself just seriously enough. You have a protagonist that is heroic and kicks ass without being annoyingly idealistic or stupidly overpowered. Also, she has an eye patch.
Well, that makes it a lot better.
Of every other power fantasy out there. The protagonist has an eye patch. The violence is gratuitous while being purposeful and setting the tone of the story. You can see the hallmarks of what could have turned into an edgy fantasy: slavery, prostitution. But then you're reminded that anime can actually treat these subjects with the weight that they deserve. It's not always for the faint of heart, but it's the kind of grungy 90s fantasy show anime hasn't seen in a long time. She's got a goddamn eye patch!
It's true. She does have a goddamn eye patch. Can't lie about that. Oh yeah, I heard about this. I did like Yuri on Ice. I didn't think I would, but it is actually really good anime about ice skating. So I don't know if that says about me or you, but I don't know.
You ever see a new parent and how their eyes light up when talking about their kids? They show you a million photos of the same pose. They brag about the smallest achievement their kid was able to do. You feel a sense of pride you've never felt before towards anything else when they speak. That's what watching Medalist makes you feel like. This is a show about ice skating, but it's also a show about role models and the rewards of what being a great role model can get you. Inori is an 11-year-old girl who's been told she's too old to enter the figure skating world. She's shy, insecure, and collects worms for a hobby. This girl is going to get absolutely...
It must be pretty rough in Japan. Jeebus Christus.
destroyed in school. But just
11's too old to learn the thing.
by finding one person that believes in her, she's able to see something in herself that she never could.
By the way, that doesn't even make any sense. I mean, I didn't start going to Little League baseball until like, what? Had to be elementary school. I don't even get that. What?
Before. Shine in a way she
All
never
right.
believed, and you're invited to be a part of that transformation.
Wee!
Medalist grabs you with grounded, well-realized characters all around, doing something revolutionary by treating its child characters like normal characters. Because did you know? Children are people too. When you think about it, it's kind of fucked up how much your life insecurities and self-image are defined by a few early moments in your life. Maybe a teacher said that you were dumb, and then from then on you just accept that as a fact. Or maybe, hypothetically, you were told your hair looks silly, so you start spiking it up like fucking
Hell
Sasuke.
yeah.
Or a friend said you were boring, so you buy this Scarface poster.
Hell
to
yeah,
pretend like you have a
dude.
personality. Or
Hell
you look
yeah.
like a nerd with glasses, so you start wearing contacts every day. So seeing someone who was able to be set on the correct path because they found the right person, found the right role model, spoke to a part of my younger self that might not have gotten that same opportunity. Every small achievement, every small step they take becomes a collective win. And when they pull through and hit that complete triple axel after numerous falls, you'll be shedding tears like a proud dad telling the person next to you, "That's my kid. Yeah, that's my kid."
Word up.
Horror is one of those genres anime rarely gets right. On one hand, I think the medium makes it harder to get genuine scares compared to its live-action counterparts, but then one too many times we get a promising project like Uzumaki that took a bit too much inspiration from its source material and spiraled
They're
into
so
production
ridiculous.
madness. I was beginning to lose faith, but thankfully the summer Hikaru died not only restored that, but has set the bar of how anime can achieve horror of the highest quality. So you may be wondering, what's so different about this one?
He's gay, but he has a special connection to classical music. There's many things that are interesting about him.
I'd heard so many great things about this manga, but I watched the anime knowing nothing about it. I wanted to go in raw, and apparently, so did they. And within the first few minutes, it's evidently clear how this show succeeds where so many others have faltered. Almost immediately, you are drawn in with this eerie sense of dread that crawls under your skin and doesn't let up. Every scene oozes a sinister air as thick as the summer humidity you're watching on screen. It's
air?
not about jump scares. It's the ghastly imagery that gives you a peek into the eldritch horrors that lay beneath the shadows. Horrific entities brought to life with haunting arts that make the hair on the back of your neck
that's
stand.
pretty cool.
Atmosphere is why this is a masterclass of animated horror. Behind all that, though, is a succinct exploration of grief and love between two bros that is 100%, undeniably, categorically platonic.
So gross.
Okay, I don't know if that's all right.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
I mean, just look at this man. He's so straight, he's about to have sex with another man, so he knows
Well,
what the
that's
woman he
pretty
gets on dates
straight.
with will feel like. Because, you know, when you have a Lovecraftian nightmare creature wearing the skin of your dead friends, you first got to figure out so many things. What is it? Is it dangerous? Does it come in peace? Or just you?
You know, maybe Michael's gay, Maybe he's not. He is.
All right, I might not check that out. There's going to be quite a few. Nice. That's not a very good picture of me. Not great. Yeah, I gotta check that out. There's probably a lot of anime on here I haven't seen, and this is probably going to be one of them. Just be quiet. Okay.
China.
China.
Continually been on the rise in the animation space, and this year it really felt like there was always at least one show per season that stood out in the highly competitive world of animation to be one of the hot shows to watch. And in my eyes, their crowning achievement of 2025 came in the form of To Be Hero X.
Yeah, I've never
This
even
is
heard of
China's own
this.
take into
Okay,
the
that's probably
genre
why I've
that
never heard of
asks
it.
the question, what would society be like if people could gain superpowers based on the social media influence they have? India is now a world superpower. OnlyFans is more powerful than Disney. But in the world of To Be Hero X, anyone can gain superpowers as long as you are able to convince the masses to believe in you. Trust is how you gain power in this world. People's mass perceptions dictate not only who becomes a superhero, but the types of...
So is this like hand drawn, or is this like normal animation and CG? I don't know.
powers they get and the life they lead. There's Furman, a firefighter who saved a young girl from a falling ceiling that went viral, gaining him the power of incredible strength and invulnerability at the expense of never being able to take a proper shit ever again because he can never bend over thanks to his immovable image. Then there's this guy.
Okay.
He got his powers from a League of Legends chat lobby. The risk with a series like this is that you lack a central protagonist to be able to follow the story through, but it more than makes up for it by being able to explore a multitude of interesting ideas with the premise that they've set up. Not every story is as equally compelling as the next, but every hero is wholly distinct both thematically and visually. Slowly but surely, you are able to piece together the timeline of events and see it all come together at the end. And if that wasn't enough for a reason to watch it, then there's also Hero X, who has the interesting ability to run through a season's worth of animation budget every time he snaps his fingers.
Okay. Alright.
Outside of the unique world setting and power system, this has some of the coolest action sequences I've seen in an animated TV series. And if that still isn't enough for a reason to jump on, watch it because the creator's a pretty cool guy also. I don't know where I heard that one from.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Of course, there's a lot of misery, but it is
Oh,
the same
no.
misery that is...
Oh, okay. I never saw that. I don't think I'm gonna watch this, just because of the darkness of it. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Maybe it's me.
The trees here are in misery, and the birds are in misery. I don't think they sing, they just screech in pain.
I know it's good, but it's just...
I remember the first time I watched the movie Requiem for a Dream, a movie so shockingly powerful
Never
that
seen
it
it.
disturbed me to my core, yet allowed me to experience emotions few pieces of fictions had been able to make me feel. Its message has left an imprint on me that remains to this day and continues to be one of those films I'm glad I experienced but never wanted to watch again. I said exactly the same thing to myself after watching Takopi's Original Sin. This is one of those shows that leaves you completely drained, giving you the sinking feeling that drops down to the pit of your stomach at the end of every episode. Genre? Drama? No, this is a straight-up horror anime for your emotions. It's about an alien, Takopi, from the planet Happy. All he wants to do is spread smiles and happiness without a single shred of negativity. He's the type of guy who'd hear about a racism problem and try to solve it by running. Now pair him with the
Yeah, you might be able to.
3 kids whose collective future therapist bill would equal the GDP of Norway. That's right.
Hey, little buddy, how are you doing? Oh my god. Whoa.
Well, we needed a
Japanese
Smiling Friends
This is
reference.
a
There
series
we
that
go.
wastes no time into throwing you into the absolute deep end of emotional trauma and letting you sink further from there. Watching the first episode of Takopi is like...
It's a lot. Yeah, it makes me emotional just thinking about it. Just, I had a bad childhood growing up, so yeah. Whew.
And then the series just continues pounding your emotions into the ground. It presents you with some of the heaviest subjects a child can go through with no filters to help avert your eyes. If I had a nickel for every time one of these kids got whipped by a belt, I'd have 0 nickels. Because their parents used the fist. Everyone is an asshole. Everyone is the worst kind of human they can possibly be. Then when you're shown that faint ray of sunlight at the end of the tunnel, your first instinct is to think, Oh no. Well, that's not to say there's no point to all of this suffering. For how despicable some of these actions you witness are, it constantly reminds you that the biggest villains are the parents who failed them. Parental neglect, physical abuse, and worst of all, a law-accurate Asian mom.
Oh no. Not in 93. Oh
Each
God.
product of their own toxic environment, and for how suffocatingly pessimistic this show can be, it never devolves into being downright cynical. It's an important reminder of how
Yeah, I mean, I would sit down and watch it, but it's just too much of that reminds me of my childhood.
trauma
So
can be passed on, how the worst environments can shape the worst people, and no matter how hard life can be, nothing is more suffocating than having to deal with it alone. Because in the end, aren't the friends we made, the trauma bonding we did along the way?
sure.
Wait, is that how he goes?
Yeah.
I know it's our job to help this guy and everything, but I think this guy's a lost cause. He's obviously made up his mind. Why don't we just cut our losses and get out of here?
Oh, there you go.
Settle up!
Hell yeah.
2026 is now officially the year of the horse, but unfortunately, Uma Musume didn't get that memo because, like your typical gacha game,
Oh, thank you for all the Muse fans. Muse? Thank you for all the Pretty Derby fans who came by to watch some of my Uma Musume stuff. That was really nice. It does seem like a really fun fan base. Everybody's pretty cool. I'm through the first episode of the first season, halfway through the first episode of the first season. I'm taking notes because I want to kind of do a review on it when so anyway, it's good. I like it. I like it so far, even though I haven't gotten to any of this stuff.
this was the year the internet collectively fell into the Uma Musume rabbit hole, and Cinderella Grey embodies every damn reason of why this franchise became a global phenomenon. This was the highest intensity, no bullshit, all action sports anime to come out in 2025, delivering that level of jump out you see hype in every single episode you put on. You are given little room to breathe, going from one race to the next. Every match injecting that burst of adrenaline your body starts to crave. If you were living under a rock last year, yes, there is a gacha game of the same IP. Yes, this is anthropomorphized horse girls running against each other based on real historic races in Japan, which I've already talked about when I covered the show last month.
I
You don't
watched
need to
it.
know any of that to enjoy the spectacle it delivers. That rush as you witness that last eruption is as addictive as any drug. You hear the roar of the crowd as the commentator eggs them on.
I really do like how he puts the Hajime no Ippo music in there. I love that show.
As you watch athletes digging deeper than they ever have before, suddenly this
Always in my
janky-ass anime
playlist.
girl run becomes the most hype thing you've ever seen. As you shout out, "God, this is what peak performance looks like!" And then the race is over. You calm down, switch on the next episode, and experience it all again. Wait, that last paragraph sounded familiar. Was that ChatGPT? No, in fact, it was GigGPT because I just copied it.
Well, there you
From
go.
myself. I've already said everything I have to say about it in that video, so you know what?
You
I'll
copied
just
it from
let
yourself,
ChatGPT
that's fine.
Rewrite my own work to tell you again, in the style of Gigguk. That moment when the final eruption hits, your monkey brain just activates.
There you
the
go.
crowd is screaming. The commentator is absolutely losing it. The athletes are pushing past every physical limit known to mankind. And suddenly, this janky, low FPS anime girl run has your full, undivided soul. You're sitting there like, why am I this invested? As you stand up yelling, God, this is peak human performance at your screen, like you've just witnessed the second coming, but it's sponsored by questionable animation shortcuts, and then it's
Okay.
you blink. You remember you're an adult. You sigh, click the next episode, and willingly let it happen to you all over again. Because anime has once again tricked you into feeling emotions through sheer bullshit
Yeah.
and spectacle.
They do tend to do
What
that.
does ChatGPT think I sound like? You can go watch my actual video if you want to hear
Excuse
everything I
me,
have
sorry.
to say about it better than GigGPT ever could. Okay, I promise I'm going to stop.
Pretty
glazing
sure
my
I'm
own
getting
work
sick.
now. Anyway,
Anyway,
number 3.
sorry.
Barn, the boundaries of adulthood. This was a new
You put your own anime in there? Oh, good.
anime made by a fairly new creator in the industry.
Okay, thank you. I swear to God, if he was gonna start sucking his own dick, I don't know what I feel about him at this point. But thank you for reassuring me that you're not a soulless. Not that you're that narcissistic. We're all narcissistic, especially because we're all on YouTube and all. But yeah, thank you. Thank you for not doing that. What is this? And why are they the
Attention spans of
raccoons?
fucks. Memes are incomprehensible. I can't be the only one who feels like every
6'7",
day I do something
bruh.
makes me lose IQ until my last remaining brain cells are stuck there on life support, powering the last bit of sentient thought I have. But this year, there was no show that healed my soul more than watching Apocalypse Hotel. In an era of brain rot, this one gave me pure brain ripe. Apocalypse Hotel is a different
Brain
slice
ripe
of life.
is a good,
It has all the hallmarks
that's
that
good.
make up the genre. A quieter, subdued approach to
Aw.
storytelling, charming characters, a whimsical, bright air that complements its calming atmosphere. And then you keep watching.
Oh, I feel like I would really like this. This is very Gainaxy, fully coolly, kill la kill.
Okay, maybe that's
Okay.
Doomslayer Tanukis, Power Rangers fighting Kangaroo Thanos, a fucking mech battle in the middle of a desolate cityscape. You can put on an episode and have no idea what kind of unhinged shenanigans you're going to encounter next, but behind the chaos and the laughter, it constantly delivers a story with a heart few series are able to reach. A door-opening robot that fails at opening doors, a hospitality robot with no one left to serve, a hotel that opens to a place with a population of 0. This is a world with no meaning, where characters are forced to find their own. How
Alright
is it
then.
do you find purpose in a place where there is none? Watching this band of lovable misfits allows you to reflect about the purpose you may be missing from your own life. It's a show so hopelessly optimistic, steeped in layers of melancholy. A story set in a bleak place where no hope should be able to be found, yet it still is able to greet you with the warmest smile. Where years, decades, centuries pass.
Gigguk always trying to make me fucking cry, dude. I hate it.
Characters you
Hate Yeah. Horsefly. Okay. Yeah.
Supposed to be.
Oh yeah. I forgot that ended. I saw the first 4 seasons. I stopped at after season 4 or in the I can't remember where I know I haven't seen season 5. So yeah, I did finish 4. But after that, I don't know. I just kind of fell out of it. But yeah, this ended. So yeah, that's an end in an era.
Shonen action shows are the lifeblood of the anime industry. They are the most popular, have the most influence, and are very often some of the very first anime we end up watching. It's these shows that help shape a young generation of people, and I certainly can't forget what they instilled into me. As a kid too young to understand anything, I saw heroes fighting against evil to protect the things they stand for. They stood up for those who couldn't, represented all the good in the world, and though I grew up and realized the real world isn't as simple or idealistic as the one portrayed in film and fiction, it's these stories that helped set me on the right path. It gave me hope. It gave me role models. It taught me about the person I should aspire to be. To me, this is what shonen is meant to be about. This is the shonen I grew up with. This is the shonen I know, and I don't think many shows have distilled that concept down as purely as My Hero Academia has. Regular viewers will know that I've had an up and down relationship with this franchise. I instantly fell in love in season 1, watched it explode in popularity in season 2 and 3, then gradually fell out of favor as other shows took the spotlight.
And it wasn't because of that other shows came into being. I just got tired of the superhero stuff. I don't, and it's like, there was another kind of tournament arc coming up, sort of like they had like another competition, and it was like, okay, I couldn't do it. And you know, season 3 was so damn good, it's hard to top that.
But I always kept watching in hopes that it could at least end with a bang. And now, 10 years later, I can wholeheartedly say, boy, did it ever.
I heard it was like one of the most top-rated episodes. One of them in that season, that last season.
Delivered a spectacle worthy of the legacy it will leave. And now that it's all over, looking back, I feel like My Hero Academia came out in a strange transitionary period. In a time where its contemporaries were getting darker, getting weirder, getting bloodier, it almost felt like MHA was the squeaky clean, straight-laced student in a classroom of delinquents. And yet, it managed to achieve what so many long-running series have failed to do. For after 10 years of characters, action, drama, and development, it was able to close out standing tall, shouting a clear and concise message for the world to hear that stayed completely true to what it always was. Anyone can be a hero. Anyone should try to be a hero, even if it's just for the people around you. It's hopeful. It's optimistic. It's somewhat maybe cheesy, but it is very My Hero Academia. This may not go down in history as everyone's favorite show, but I will remember it as a testament of...
Yeah, I'm surprised like how many people like not necessarily don't like it, but actually hate it. And it's like, it's not that bad. It's good. It's a shonen, and yeah, it's good.
What the beating heart of shonen
I don't
should
know.
be. We will always need heroes. We will always need hope. We will always need...
Yeah, but it's the
stories
same reason
like
I don't really
this.
watch
And at the end
Marvel,
of this
I
era,
guess.
I'm glad it was there to remind us one last time.
But those first 3 seasons were good. Fourth season was pretty good too. What's the number 1? Oh, this one. I haven't seen this one yet. It's about like astronomy, and like Copernicus, maybe, I don't know, or something like that. I don't know. The world do be round.
In my line of work, I watch a lot of shows. I remember a lot of shows, but rarely do I have the time to go back and rewatch them. It's only when something truly lingers, a story that grabs hold and follows me, that occupies my mind whenever I have a free
Here, I'm
moment.
gonna go over there a
that
little bit.
one line that sticks with me not because it was witty or punchy, but because it touched on something deep, something meaningful, something real. I've rewatched
Real.
On the Movements of the Earth more times this year than any other
Really?
shows from the past 10 years. And yet, I am still as moved, as awestruck, as absolutely mesmerized as the first time I watched it. Why am I telling you all this?
わからない。私の感動を必死に伝えてる。
This was a show that, when half done, I put as 4th on my list last year, not knowing that when I finished the entire thing, it would become my anime of the decade. That's
Really?
a big statement, and you may not agree.
That's
You may have other shows.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say Vinland Saga did it for me, but I think that was 2024. I don't think that was last year. But yeah, that's surprising, man. All right, I guess I gotta see it.
The same way it hits
Put
me,
that on the
but
list.
That is my truth. And for a moment, I wanted to invite you to see what that truth meant. A show like this comes along only a few times in a generation. It is not only one of the most original, beautiful, and nigh on unpredictable series to come out in modern times, but it's one of those stories that has the power to teach you something about yourself. Without preaching, without telling you what's correct, it presents you with profound ideas and helps guide you to find your own answers. Orb is an anime about heliocentrism. It's about proving the Earth moves around the sun, but also it's a story about truth, about people who fight for truth, about the lengths people will go to prove truth, about people who have their truths challenged and respond to it without disrespecting the person that challenged it. An egotistical priest putting his trust in the wisdom of a peasant, a devout believer defending the words of an atheist. The heroes of the story are not the ones who are right. It's the ones who are willing to accept that they could be wrong, who will listen to those that oppose them and try to understand even if they don't necessarily agree. These are the people that embody the human spirit, that together ignite a flame that transcends lifetimes. Every character is memorable, every line powerful, every journey poetic. This is simply one of the most beautiful stories I've ever witnessed. And the more time that has passed since I first finished it, the more times I've rewatched it over this year, the stronger its message has resonated with me as I looked out and saw the world as it is today. Unlike the world of Orb, we live in a time when information is more readily available than it ever has been, and yet truth has never felt so hard to find. Technology that should have allowed us to grow closer has divided us even further. Knowledge is no longer the currency we lack. It's trust, a lack of trust that has eroded the respect we have of our fellow person. Ideas are not built on, they are condensed down, dismantled, and publicly shamed. Everyone is a soldier, enlisted to fight in an ideological war of exchanges, where common ground is no man's land and the winner is decided not by who is more right, but who can prove the other side more wrong. How does anyone navigate the landscape we are currently in? And I think that's why I was just so
I don't
drawn
know.
back to this series. A story like this is the reminder I needed that the world doesn't have to work like this, that progress is made through collaboration, not dissociation, that disagree or not, we are still in this together, in an era that will be shaped by our collective hands. Whether any of us have the right answer or not, it's thanks to this show that I remembered, as long as you can continue to question whether you are right.
不正解は無意味を意味しない。
何かを知るということだ。
指導説を進行し
Ah,
てこ
I
の
keep
ために
messing
わ
up.
ざわざ生まれてきた。
きっと迷いの中に倫理がある。卑怯。それは知性だ。
You won't find the wrong answer.
All right. Well, there you go. Thank you, Gigguk, for blowing my mind. I guess I have to see it. I honestly, I wasn't expecting too much out of that anime, but Gigguk says it's really good, so I guess I got to watch it. There you go. There's 2025 in a nutshell. I don't know if that was in a nutshell or not. What was that? Best of anime. Okay. Yeah. The horse girl stuff I'm watching right now. So Orb, you'll have to wait for Horse Girls. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe down below. Helps the channel. Yeah, it makes me feel like less of a loser. So go ahead and do that, please. And if you got any recommendations for any videos, doesn't have to be anime related or VTubers or whatever. Just, if you want to. I will check it out. So thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. And bye.